Hey everybody, I just want to give a few quick ideas about demons. Demons represent very similar things in many cultures. In Hinduism, they're called asuras. Suras are angels, asuras are demons, and they basically feed on people satisfying their desires. They feed upon the corruption of those who may have had a chance to rise above. Demons do not feed on their own satisfaction of desires, but other people's satisfaction of their own desires. It's like some kind of divine energetic currency, a negative currency, but a currency all the same in the marketplace of the universe. In Christianity, it's a little different. They're not they're not they're not an active part of the system as much as in Hinduism. In Hinduism, they're active not necessarily in physical manifestation, or just completely separate from the person. But in Hinduism, they're more a part of one's mind. A demon can exist as a part of a person until it is expelled, until that person overcomes that desire. In Christianity, it's always a demon, lives in hell, comes here, tries to corrupt mortals so that they're damned to hell, and then they're punished. And the devil is there punishing them because he hates everybody. And God basically creates that place where only negativity can exist, so people are dragged down there by demons after they're corrupted. But anyway, in Vodou, demons are seen very differently. There's a positive order side of Vodou, and then there's a chaotic side of Vodou. And Papa Legba is the gatekeeper for the side of order, and there's another gatekeeper for the side of chaos, but I'm not going to say his name. And basically, the side of order is like a paved street, and the side of chaos is like the forest beside the street. And in Vodou, the spirits that are more negative, to varying degrees, some of them are very evil, some of them are kind of in between, are called Petwo. The Petwo spirits are hotter. They're easier to appease, and they give you results quicker, but the results don't last as long, and they're easily angered by something that someone does. These are spirits in essence, but they're called Loa, the Petwo Loa. And then there's, of course, the Rada Loa, which are the order side, and those are kind of like angels, but not exactly. They're spirits. They're good Loa spirits, elder spirits in a way, and they take longer to appease, but they make the results last longer, and they're more forgiving if you do something wrong. Now, if we were to talk about Judaism, of course, the devil, Satan, Lucifer, however you want to call him, is the tester. He tests they who are on the path to God, and he's basically employed by God. And demons are, a part of the tester's repertoire of how he will test the people that are on this earth, I guess you could say. Let's see. In Buddhism, these demons are basically illusory forces controlled by a satanic-like figure, Mara, which is the god of illusion in Buddhism. And his demons are very much a part of the influences within ourselves. They don't exist in and of themselves, so they're basically illusions that try to perpetuate themselves by reinforcing illusion in us. And in essence, in Hinduism, that kind of feeds off from Hinduism, where Maya is Hinduism doesn't have the satanic or negative, complete opposite force of God as much as it is just a force of illusion called Maya. And there's a lot of magnitudes in Hinduism, up and down. But really, the main negative force is not really thought of as a person or a being, but the force of illusion called Maya. And there's a lot of asuras that try to perpetuate themselves, of course, like in Buddhism, because Buddhism came after Hinduism, through corrupting people to satisfy their own desires. Demons are the real danger of when I've dealt with demonic forces. Not that I've summoned them or anything, but through my own spiritual trials. If you're trying to reach God, there's going to be some things that try to stand in your way. to put it simply. But the main ones I've dealt with have been completely a part of my brain chemistry and emotional body. In Hinduism, you have the astral body, the emotional body, the intellectual body, and the physical body. Depending on what kind of Hindu you are, because there's not necessarily a book of rules like there is the Bible or something like that. You don't have to necessarily believe anything to be a Hindu. It's very open. That's why it's lasted for so long and so many people are part of it. But these parts of my psyche, of my brain chemistry that have inhibited me, have been purely based on fear. And ego is ultimately based on fear as well. Even when it's a demon based on ego, that has played on the fear that is necessary for any demonic force to exist. And it's really hard to say what demons any one person will experience because everybody's different. But just think of the greatest thing that moves you to not be a spiritual person in this world. Think of your highest virtue, even if you don't even believe in God. Think of your highest virtue and what keeps you from that. What entices you to seek something else? What drags you away from your dreams? These little types of consciousnesses that are attached to our own main consciousness could be considered demonic forces. Demons are, more than anything else, are forms of consciousness. And they are the forms of consciousness that drag us away from persevering towards our highest virtues and to where we want to be in life. Bring us to lethargy and torpor. And the passion that we do feel if demonic forces, demonic kinds of consciousness dominate us, are passions that are flare up in a second, but then bring us way down afterwards. And then that's the only pleasure we feel is that 1 second. We keep on trying to get that 1 second. That's the kind of passion that a demonic force will influence us towards. Not the passion of making something of who we are and making our place in the world benefit others. They drag us away from that. But these are just a few ideas on demons. And, I'll probably make another couple of videos just on demons in a vague sense. But I really appreciate everybody watching. Please give me a like if you like this. I'm just starting out. I'd love a like. And if you subscribe, that would be amazing. So thanks, everybody.